Welcome to TBR Takedown, where I either have to read the book or unhaul it. So I just did a huge book unhaul, and originally I had 85 books on my physical TBR, but now after that huge unhaul, I did not prepare for this, hold on, 57 books on my physical TBR. And if you did watch my book unhaul, you might be like, wait, didn't you have 56 books? And I did, but then I immediately bought another book, so yeah. So first, let's go to Target to get all the supplies I need. Yeah, as you saw from those clips, I immediately saw this this fake honey jar, and I knew I had to get it. It's just so cute. And then I got yellow sticky notes to write all the books on. Yeah, let's get straight into filling this jar up. Alright, and done! Look how cute it is! These better be mixing up. Let's see which book I'm either reading or unhauling. It's like the Hunger Games. It's that serious. Wait, I dropped it. Okay, this one. It's kind of stuck together. Scythe. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's actually like not bad. I guess I'm reading Scythe first. This is a very, very popular book. It's like YA dystopian fantasy. I'm kind of excited to read this one. This has been on my TBR for a super long time, so yeah, definitely not hauling this one. We're gonna just get straight into it and start our first book on the physical TBR and read Scythe. Hello, it is the next day. I'm now on chapter 14, page 145, and let me tell you, this book is like a lot better than I expected it to be. I mean, I didn't expect it to be bad, but I also expected it to be like to read very young, because I know a lot of people are assigned to read this in middle school, so I just kind of expected the language to be, I guess, watered down just a little bit. But honestly, no, the writing in this book is truly like beautiful, and I'm like, dang, like if I had read this at a younger age, would I have like fully understood how like relevant and honestly genius this book is? So currently in the book, we are following our two protagonists. We have Rowan and Citra, and they're both young teenagers who were chosen by the Scythe called Faraday to be his apprentice. It's kind of a little bit more complex than that, obviously, but I love our two main characters, and we get both of their POVs. I just love seeing into Rowan and Citra's head, and like in this book, there's no disease, there's no death. People can't be killed unless the Scythes choose them to be gleaned. It's crazy, like some people, they like jump off buildings for fun because they can't die. They have to be revived, and that is crazy. Like I can see our society evolving to this point, and there's a lot of depth there because it kind of goes into the ethics of like who deserves to be chosen to die, and also like having to kill these like mass amounts of people because the population growth is so out of control. And also like into the ethics behind the Scythes themselves. Like, do they deserve to be famous? Do they deserve to have all this power? Do they deserve to be able to kill anybody they want to kill? Like, I could talk about this, I could keep on talking about it, but I feel like I've been ranting on forever, so I'm just gonna keep on reading it. I did end up getting I searched on YouTube and found the audiobook because I decided on a whim to clean out my whole closet. So like if I pan to the floor right now, you will see so many hangers. It's actually kind of funny. Like I'm gonna show you and you can't laugh at me. That is just a pile of hangers. That is kind of, let's just get back to reading. I think my goal for today is to get like halfway through it. That'll be like about here, maybe page 230. So yeah, let's try to get to page 230 today. Hello, it's the next day and it is time to pick another book from the jar. But not because I have finished Scythe, because I haven't. I'm only halfway through, so I still have like 220 pages left. But I am getting my wisdom teeth out tomorrow, so yeah, that means I'm just not gonna be able to talk for who knows how long. And so I just want to go ahead and pick another book from this jar so I can share my thoughts on it while I still can. You're about to see me in my worst state, so yeah. First up, Stir It. I got really lucky with Scythe because this book is like fire, like low-key right now. It's shaping up to be a 5-star read if it continues to be like as good as it's been. So I don't know what I'm hoping to get. I really don't want like a super big fantasy, but that's honestly like 70% of the books in here. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one. Wait, it's like 6 stuck together. This one was like the tiniest, so I root for the underdog. Okay. Oh my god, this title is horrible. What? I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, this one right here, and it is a classic. So, this is honestly, I can't tell if this is like better or worse than getting like a huge fantasy book. I didn't even like think of getting this one, but I guess it's stuck with me now. So this book is about a like young girl's struggle with her mental health. It's definitely intriguing, but it's also kind of out of my comfort zone, but I guess that's kind of part of this whole challenge. So I guess while I have my wisdom teeth out, while I'm in pain and recovering from that, I'm going to be reading this big old classic about mental health and schizophrenia. But yeah, I guess that's the second book that was pulled out of this jar. But yeah, I guess I'll see you on the other side. Goodbye. Hey. Yeah, okay, so this is what I'm rocking with right now. I can't really open my mouth that wide, and I can't speak for too prolonged of a time period. So you're gonna have to deal with me for just a little bit, but I finished the book, yay! I did rate this book a 4.5. This was like actually incredible. I really like this book way more than I thought I did. I am only not giving it a 5 stars because at the end I feel like we kind of lost sight of, or lost touch with Rowan's character, and he was like telling us things, but I wasn't actually seeing that. I don't know, you have to read it to know, but just wanted to say that I'm about to start the next book we drew, which was I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. That's all I can speak for now. Goodbye. Hey gang! It is now the night of day 4 post-op, and I don't even know, I'm sick and tired at this point. I just want to eat real food so bad that today I caved and I ate pizza. Like, I just had to, but that was a horrible idea because now day 4 I'm supposed to start irrigating the huge sockets that I have inside my mouth. I know you do not want to hear this, but I'm gonna tell you anyways. So yeah, then I had just huge open black hole sockets in the back of my mouth that were filled with pizza, and I now understand why they don't want you to eat real food this early. But guys, I had to. If I had to eat another bite of mashed potatoes or vanilla pudding or mac and cheese, I was gonna like just run in front of a car or something. Anyways, actual book update. I am now this much through the book. I'm on page 187, and it is a very like, it's not a very exciting book, but it is kind of, so all this book is just like a huge character study of how mental illness and like the stigma of it affects different people differently. So basically our main character, I guess you could say, her name is Deborah. Is that even her name? Low-key, I kind of am unsure. Yeah, it's Deborah. So she's a 16-year-old girl who suffers with schizophrenia, and her parents placed her inside of a mental hospital to get help. So we are following Deborah's POV, we're following her mom's POV, her dad's POV sometimes, and also her doctor's POV. So also this is all taking place in like the 50s or 60s, mind you, so also like it's just like interesting seeing how different people react to it differently, like versus like her mom, but then also the doctor. It's not like something I like want to actively pick up and read, but it's not like horrible. It is kind of along those lines of books just like A Little Life or The Secret History, where it's just like you have to really care about the characters to want to keep reading. And I am interested, but I'm also like, there's not much going on. Like all we're doing in this book is straight up following Deborah on her like day-to-day life, but I don't have that much longer of the book, so I'm just gonna push through and finish it. I officially finished I Never Promised You a Rose Garden, so that is one more book crossed off the list. My final rating for this book, I am going to give it a 3 stars, only because, like I said before, it is kind of just a big character study, and the issue with that is you have to really like the characters to really get into the story, and I didn't really like any other character except our main character Deborah, so she was definitely the redeeming factor of this book. But like Deborah's parents and her sister, I was just kind of like, what are they adding to the story? I don't know. It was like, it could have been a valuable asset, but instead it made me kind of like, ugh, them again. But I am happy to get this off of my physical TBR. It has been kind of like looming over my physical TBR for such a long time, just because it is like technically a classic book, and those always scare me because it's like it's either hit or miss. But yeah, that is one more book crossed off the TBR. Let me get the whiteboard. 55, let's go, yay. All right, let's get that down to 54 and choose our next read in this video. Please just don't give me a huge fantasy book. Oh my gosh, I just don't want a big fantasy book. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna pick, all right, this one that's kind of like, oh my god, 6 together. Can you see? Does it have writing on it? Is it upside down? I don't know. Okay. No. Deep cuts. Okay. Well, this book has also been eyeing me down. It was on my radar like a month ago, but then for some reason I was like, actually, I don't want to read this, so I kind of like put it away. But guess it's time. Gotta listen to what the jar says. But this could have been a lot worse, so I'm not gonna complain. Deep cuts. Okay, let me go get the book. This is the book. It was really popular on Book Talk a little bit ago, so you may be familiar with it, but from what I know, it's set in the 2000s, and one of the characters is a musician, and then the other character, our female MC, she is a music critic. I've heard very mixed reviews on this book, so some are like, oh my god, it's the best book ever. Some are like, it's kind of, it seems like the author just wanted to flex her 2000s music knowledge, so I don't know, it could go either way. So yeah, I guess let's get right into Deep Cuts by Holly Brickley. Hello, it's about like a week later. It's been taking me a long time to kind of get into this book, but I just had a lot of time just now to kind of sit and try to read a good chunk of it, and I did. So I'm now like a little over halfway through. I'm on page 164, and currently I'm kind of like indifferent towards the book. I neither like it nor dislike it. Our two main characters are Percy and Joe, and they both love music, and similar ways, but also they express this love differently. So Joe expresses his music through creation. He loves writing songs, singing them, performing. And then Percy, she's not as like musically gifted in that way, so she expresses her love through like criticism, writing about music, and also helping Joe write songs. And then that just like devolves into a years-long partnership that is very, very messy. But what I do like about this book is their obsession and their true passion about music. I just love reading and also watching people be truly like passionate about a subject, and watching these two characters, or I guess reading these two characters discuss music, is truly a highlight of this book. However, when they're together discussing this shared passion, it's really enjoyable to read and I really like it. However, that is only when they are together. Whenever they're apart, I kind of find it difficult to like their characters as much as when they're together, because I don't think they're as strong characters individually as they are together. It's kind of like the author wrote this book as one person split into two, so like on their own they're just not as like intriguing. Hopefully it gets better. There's still room for it to get better, but I don't know, we'll see. That is just my kind of halfway thoughts. So let's get back to reading. I think the side characters, one side character in particular, is just like so much better than both of the main characters even combined. Like, I love her so much. She's such like an integral aspect to this book, and I'm so glad she's finally back. She was kind of gone for a bit, but like she's here again, and she's just like my favorite. I love her. She's great. It is the next day and I have officially finished Deep Cuts. I didn't get very many clips of me reading this book simply because I didn't really have much to say or like add to the thoughts I've already shared with you. So yeah, I don't know. This book, I am probably going to rate it a 3 stars. I just think like I would have enjoyed it better in a different period of my life. Maybe if I was like a few years older or something. But yeah, I just thought this book was like incredibly mid. Like, I don't strongly dislike it, but I also don't really like it too much either, so just like it's a perfect 3-star read. But now we are on to the last book I'm going to be reading from my TBR in this video. However, we have had a development because, oh my god, I got this and somebody, oh my gosh, one of my viewers bought me 2 new books and a freaking TBR cart. Are you joking? Like, I kind of added that, like I add my Amazon wishlist in my descriptions just for like shits and giggles, just in case. But like, I never actually expected anybody to like even like want to like buy me something, and the fact that like some people do is mind-boggling, and I'm just like so grateful. But yeah, short story long, I got 2 new books that I'm so excited about. Normal People I've been wanting to read for forever, and then When in Rome. I'm just like so happy, and then I have a TBR cart. Like, what perfect timing, genuinely. So we are currently at 55 books left on my TBR. However, of course, I just got 2 more, but I also did finish Deep Cuts, so we are going to be changing this number to a 6. 56. Add to the honey jar. Please be good, please be good. Okay, I'm thinking this one right here. I always get like so many stuck together. This one, this little tiny one. What could it be? Okay, what's it say, guys? Oh my gosh, another long title. Ugh. I don't really want to read that. Alright, we got The Summer of Broken Rules. If you watched my UNHAUL video, you know how I feel about romance books. I just have to be like really wanting to read it in order for me to pick it up. And this one, it's been on my TBR for a while, and I did want to read it like about a month ago, but now it's low-key like The Starbucks fall menu just dropped and I'm reading summer book. But it's fine. We'll close off summer with the Summer of Broken Rules and we'll end this video strong. So yes, this is our next book. No clue what it's about yet. I do think it's YA, but that's the extent of my knowledge. So yes, let's get reading The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walter. Hello, I'm back for an update about The Summer of Broken Rules, and I'm surprisingly really enjoying this so far. All the characters just feel so vivid to me, and it's so like fun and fresh and just like honestly mentally like rewarding after the heavier books I have been reading recently. We're following our main character Meredith Fox and her family after her sister Claire passed away, I think like a year and some ago. But basically every summer they used to go to Martha's Vineyard with their entire family and spend like the whole summer there. However, after her sister passed away, she couldn't like bring herself to go because it was like so closely related to her. However, this is the first summer she's been back, and it's also for her cousin's wedding. And a big part of this is like they're playing a huge family game of assassin. So basically like you're assigned one of the people in the family to like kill with water guns, and it's just like super fun. But Meredith teams up with her cousin's soon-to-be husband's stepbrother. And they form a kind of alliance of sorts, and he's the love interest, of course, and his name is Wit, W-I-T. But I really liked him. They're both just like super like playful around each other and like sweet, and I just like I really am enjoying it. Like that's all I can say so far. I love listening to the audiobook, which is what I've been primarily doing because the narrator does such a good job of like bringing life into the character. So what I'm about to do is listen to the audiobook and also color because I love coloring. I have all these coloring books and then a bunch of markers. So currently I'm like 30-ish% through, decent chunk into it, but I'm excited to get further into it. So yeah. It's now later. It's low-key almost 2 a.m. right now. I didn't realize how long I was doing that for, but this is the drawing so far, if you even care. I'm not done with the background, so it's gonna look a lot more finished once I like do that. But I'm about what you actually care about, the book. I'm now just over halfway through, and it's still like so cute. Like I find myself just like smiling while I listen to it. I'm just like la la la, blah blah blah. So please keep being good. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow for more updates. Oh my gosh! Wait, I just now realized that mentioned from the beginning of the book. Okay, anyways, I only have the epilogue left 1 year later. Okay, let's read it. Hey Steven, I know looks can be deceiving, but I know I saw a light in you. Yay! I just finished The Summer of Broken Rules, and oh my gosh, why was low-key like the best book I read in this video, but also the one I was most like hesitant going in towards, or like this was the book I definitely had the lowest expectations for, which is crazy because this book was so good, like so good. Like I love the family aspect of it. Like Meredith, our main character, has just like such a big family, and they're so important to her, and they're such a big part of the story, and I loved reading that so much. The setting was perfect. One thing I maybe didn't like about this book was Meredith's relationship with her best friend slash cousin. I can't really say much because it's gonna be spoiler, but they were both in the wrong, yet it was kind of like coming out as weird. But that was the only part of this book that I didn't like, so I'm probably gonna rate it like a 4.5 stars. This book was so good. So I have 56 books on my TBR, but now that I read The Summer of Broken Rules, I have 54. That math may not make sense to you, but It was one of my friend's birthdays, so I got rid of one of the books on my shelves that I knew I probably wouldn't want to read, but I knew it would also be like her taste exactly. And it was, I forgot, it was a Lynn Painter book. I think it was called The Do-Over. But yes, I'm looking a little rough right now. I just got out of the shower. So I'm gonna come back tomorrow when I'm looking at least kind of presentable to give my final thoughts on this challenge as a whole. But yes, I'm so glad I ended up loving this book so much. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. And now for our recap of this video. So, as you saw, I successfully got 4 books off of my physical TBR and unhauled 1 book. So that is really good. I did get 2 more books, but we still had some profit from this challenge, so I call that a success. So now I am down to 54 books left on my TBR. One day we're gonna get that below 50. Trust. We just gotta do a part 2 of this video. So let me know if you would like to see another one in the comments down below. I really liked filming this video because it kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone, especially with these 2 books. But yeah, that is really all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know any videos you would like to see from me in the future, and I will see you next video. Bye everyone!